Oh guys, I have a really big problem here, and it's getting worse and worse. That addiction is called, I don't even really want to say the name. It's called TikTok. I just can't stop watching them. Not because they're funny or anything. Well, I guess some of them are funny. I mean, I'll give some of them make me laugh. But then some of them are just so dumb that I can't help but laugh at how dumb they are, and then I try and find equal or more dumb ones, and I just fall down this hole of just TikToks. At least with a Vine, you knew you were at least getting something. With TikToks, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be getting out of any of them. So if any of you can help me with my TikTok addiction, call 1-800. What's up guys, welcome to my channel. My name's McNally. So for this week's video, yes, we're covering it again. Now I know I covered TikTok last week with Varley the Supermom kind of thing. If you guys want to check that out, I'll put a little thing right up here, or you can go in the description and find a link to the video in the description below as well. But yeah, I covered her on TikTok because she was just a gold mine of TikTok cringe, but like interesting cringe, you know, like cringe that you want to watch just because you're just like, where the hell did that all come from? But then be embarrassed if your friends was going through like your search history kind of thing. Yeah, that. So I did a video on her, and then while doing a video on her, I stumbled across this new trend. It's a new hashtag they have out. It's a new popular trend that people do. It's called the choose your character or choose your own character or something like that hashtag, where essentially when you start playing a video game, you choose a character. And then when you hover over that character, it shows you like a list of their abilities and stuff, you know, like super strength or whatever. Well, people have taken that on TikTok and decide to put that into a fun little trend that people are doing. And while some of them I agree are okay, they're kind of interesting, I'll give them that. Some of them are just so stupid. I mean, some of them are really dumb. A lot of them are really, but more content for us on this channel, I guess. I decided to go through the hashtag, which I did not realize I was getting myself into just a whole lot of mess. There was like thousands of them. I decided to go through it and pick out some of the popular ones and then some of my personal favorites that I kind of have just found while scrolling through TikTok, and put them into a little video and kind of point out some of the things that I find just to be, you know, just perfect TikTok cringe bagels. I don't know why I chose a bagel, but okay. So before we begin and we dive in deep, I've decided to just bite the bullet and join TikTok. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, here it is. It's on the screen. So go follow me on there. If you guys like the video, consider hitting that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And also hit that bell notification because YouTube is playing this new game where they don't send my videos to my subscribers. What a fun game. Let's get into the video. So what a lot of people do is their jobs, for instance, and they do like what, you know, people in their jobs will do. Here we have the new EMT. Now, for those of you who don't know what an EMT is, it's an emergency medical technician is what EMT stands for. I knew that. You know, I'm smart and everything. So these are the people that if you ever get hurt, they're the first ones. They're kind of there to fix you up if they can, or put you in a place where you can get to a hospital and, you know, you won't die. Apparently likes to hit on every nurse in the ER. We only drop people on days that end in Y. Can't even take a manual blood pressure. Has Letterman trauma shears. So I clearly am not an EMT, so I got like half of that. But a few concerning things. Hits on every nurse in the ER. Here's the thing, is that if I'm injured and I'm like, oh crap, I need an EMT to get me to the hospital, yeah, I would prefer it if you weren't flirting with anybody. That's my job as the patient. The patient gets to flirt with the nurses. I'm the one that got injured. I'm the one who should be taken care of here. You need to be taking care of me and making sure that, you know, I'm not like lying out somewhere bleeding to death. Only dropping people on the days that end in Y, I don't really get. I would hope that they don't drop you. Has there actually been like stories of like EMTs like dropping people? Like when they're putting them up in like the thing, they just drop them over like, oh, I know you've just survived a horrible, you know, you've hit a tree, but here, oops, oh, well, over you go. The next one is kind of in the same vein as EMTs, but now this one is pre-med students. Now, I've never been to med school. Wasn't really what I felt was a calling, but I don't know about some of these. Plan on working through med school, can't do just one thing, you know? Thanks for making us all look like, you know, lazy pieces of I mean, come on. May do law school online too, IDK. First off, I hope my doctor never uses the word IDK. If I had a doctor that was like, here's your prescription, IDK if it'll work though, that's not what I want to hear out of my doctor's mouth. Also, what is the song they use? Like, they all use the same song. I guess I just don't get these kinds of trends. Like, trends on YouTube, I guess because they're longer form kind of stuff, I get, so I understand it. But like smaller TikTok trends, I just don't ever seem to understand it. Some of them I just would watch and think, okay, yeah, I mean, that probably took a while to, you know, like, make, but okay. Here's one that's pretty apt for where I'm at now with this whole TikTok thing. A TikTok addict. Someone who knows all the dances, screen time is concerning, speaks fluently in memes, no real skills but can do transitions, mentions TikTok in every conversation, hopes to make it on the For You page and be famous one day. So maybe I'm not TikTok addicted. I mean, I'll bring up memes. I just don't use memes like every conversation I have with every friend I have. I don't know all the dances for TikTok, and thank God I don't. I've also seen like trends where people like, hey, I'm just filming my lunch here and I want to show my friends that you can make anything famous on the For You page. No real skills but can do transitions. This one I disagree with. I think there is a skill. There is definitely a skill to making making entertainment in 7 seconds. It's something, I guess. Now this one kind of confused me a little bit, and it's titled Being an Introverted Extrovert. On phone at parties, talkative with friends, quiet and shy with new people, wanting to be social but also wanting to be left alone, hate spontaneous plans, open book with many secrets. What a depressing thing to be. Wait a second, that makes no sense. So you're an open book but you have secrets. Well, then you're not an open book. Open books don't have secrets. That's kind of the whole reason you call someone, oh, you're an open book. Like, yes, Becky, we know that you slept with the whole football team, and we know that because Becky is a open book. If Becky slept with the whole football team and we know it, but we did not know that she had also slept with most of the male teachers, then she would not be an open book. She would have secrets. Becky needs to go to some type of help. As far as on phone at parties, I see everyone on their phone at parties, but that isn't the only confusing one. There's this one titled Unpopular Popular Kid. Known by everyone, talks to both jocks and nerds. Is that still like a thing? I feel like that was a thing in like the 1960s and 70s in like schools and stuff, is to have jocks and nerds. But I know where I went to high school, there were jocks that were like in AP classes and part of like the robotics team. Doesn't have a solid friend group. Medium clout level. Okay, if you use clout in an actual sentence as a legitimate term and not something ironic, there may be a reason that you're not super popular. Ambivert? What in the hell does that mean? Ambivert, a person whose personality has a balance of extrovert and introvert features. They make words for everything now. I don't understand how you can be extrovert and introvert. How can you like to go to parties but then hate when you get there? Unless it's like a bad party. You know, like most frat parties or parties with people passing out in your lap when you're just sitting there. Can't pick a side when friends fight. Well, yeah, that's the whole problem with friends fighting, because you can't pick a side. I just think that's what everyone goes through. Whether you're super popular or not, isn't that just called like life? Quiet during lunch. I don't know about your all's high school experiences or middle school experiences, but for me, lunch was always just like a huge thing. Usually there was always a fight, and I didn't go to like a bad high school, but usually there was always a fist fight or someone trying to start a food fight catch on, and so it just kind of ended sad, really. I just want one quiet lunch. This next one that I found, and I didn't even know these people existed, to be completely honest with you, but it's called The Floater. Doesn't have a single friend group, okay? Already kind of off to a sad start here. Doesn't get invited to things. Master of last minute plans. Well, if you don't get invited to anything, how can you be master of last minute plans? Because you don't have any plans, so why would you have to be the master of last minute plans? Everyone knows him but doesn't know him, which sounds like the unpopular popular friend. We're seeing some, you know, like overlap here. Often alone on a Friday night. When you get into college and stuff and you know, have had a hard week of like lessons, working and partying, a quiet Friday night is welcomed gift. I don't know if it was maybe just my high school specifically, but nothing ever happened. Like, there were no huge ragers. Always fun to be around. I don't know about that. This kind of sounds a little bit sad, slightly depressing, low-key lonely. Isn't that the whole point of like high school, middle school, and college, is you just feel lonely, and then you find somebody, but then you don't like them anymore, so then you just feel lonely again? This next one is a familiar old face, Gabe from the Vine days, because he has been able to get every like social media platform to be at just his first name. I've tried that multiple times. It's never worked for me. Who's jobless? I've seen how much Logan Paul raked in off Vine, and he's doing fine. Only makes Vine references. There were so many good things on Vine, and I get like TikTok is kind of the reimagining of Vine in a way. Can whip a nay, which up until I saw this, I'd forgotten all about that dance. Always checks for road work ahead. Shout out to Drew Gooden there. Chipotle is my life. Can only focus for 6.5 seconds, which just sounds like everybody online anyway. Always asking what are those. This next one is our last one. Basically just did one about himself, which I feel like is where this started. It's just supposed to be like introducing you to people, but they got all fancy with it. He's a comedian. He hates spiders. He's fearful, I guess. Slider fight defense, which is on, has no defense, and has a beard to hide weak chin. So ladies, line up. He's free. Smorgasbord of just stuff right there. So yeah, so that's the TikTok trend. Hashtag choose your character. Like I said, TikTok trends are just like this foreign thing to me. Like I said, I don't really get TikTok trends all that much. I've tried to do a couple of them. So head over to my TikTok and let me know how I do or don't. It's completely up to you. If you guys want to check out any of my other social media, it's all in the description below as well. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And in the comments, tell me what you thought about this trend or what trend you love or hate on TikTok. Are there, is this trend? Have you done this trend? And I will see you guys next week with a brand new video. So yeah, bye.